All right, everybody. Today we're going to talk about researching with databases. And for this, you're going to need to be in your OneNote notebook. And if you look right here, I am on my questions and notes page. The other page that you're going to need for this is the sources/credibility chart. So I'm going to show that to you now. And if you look, there's actually 3 charts in your sources and credibility chart page. The one that you're going to use for databases is the complete citations. And a good idea might even be, I'm going to highlight it here so that you can see, to write the word databases next to the words complete citations as a reminder that this is where you put your database citations. So you're going to use this first chart and your questions and notes page. You're also going to need Destiny because that's how you access the databases. So here you see I have Destiny open on this other screen that I have. So remember our 3 databases are World Book Online, Nebraska Access, and Gale. And you do need usernames and passwords to use these. Gale, you actually don't need anything specific other than your Office 365. I'm at school making this video, so I can't show that to you, but you just follow the prompts to log in with Office 365 and you should be able to get there. World Book Online, again, I can't tell you them for copyright reasons, but hopefully you have them either on the bookmark I gave you or they're also on the signs in the library. So make sure that you get that information if you don't have it already. I'm going to start with World Book Online. So as this loads, something else that's going to be helpful is these notes on how to take notes. These are from the Taking Notes video or the Taking Notes lesson, depending on whether you were at school or not. If you don't have these by your questions and notes charts, you would want to probably go back, watch that Taking Notes video, and write this stuff down. That way you have that available. So all right, so World Book's up. I'm going to click on World Book Student. And the first thing you want to do when you get to a database and you see that search bar is what a lot of people want to do is they want to type in a whole question or they want to type in a bunch of keywords. And we don't want to do that. You do have your keyword bank, so it's there if you need it, but you want to start as broad as possible with a very general term and then add keywords if needed. So I'm just going to add England and go from there. So if you start with your topic, not your whole question, just your topic, that's probably going to give you the best information to start with. Again, add keywords later if you need. I'm going to click on read more. And I'm going to swipe back here to my notebook, come up to my question. You can answer your questions in any order you like. Remember, you're going to have multiple notes for each question because we have complex questions that require a lot of information. So it's not like you're just going to find one answer and be done. I'm going to answer mine in order. At least I'm going to start with my first one because it asks about the leadership of England. And when I look at the table of contents, which is over here, okay, on this right-hand side, it talks about government as being one of the first things. So I'm going to scroll down and here I get to government. Remember, I can also come up here to the hamburger and go to government that way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow these taking notes. Read a chunk of text, figure out if the information helps me answer my complex question. If so, take notes using ABC Lou. And then step 4 is to record my source. So I'm going to read the first paragraph. England is the leading political division of the United Kingdom. The government of the United Kingdom serves as England's government. So I'm going to stop there and say, does this talk about the English government at all? And yes, it does. It tells me that the government of the United Kingdom is also England's government. So I can write that down as a note. So I'm going to go back to my notebook. I'm going to come up here into my notes box and I want to put a bullet point. If you go to the home tab and then click on that, you have a toolbar here. About halfway down, if you hover over it, it'll be 3 dots and it'll say bullets. If I click on that, it puts a bullet point here for me. And then every time I hit enter, it will create a new bullet point in that box. So that note that I need to write down needs to say something about how the United Kingdom's government is England's government. So I'm going to abbreviate government equals England's government. Okay. So it's the same information, but it's written using ABC Lou, so I avoid plagiarism. I'm going to hit enter, create a new bullet point for me. Now that I have that note written, I need to cite my source. So I'm going to go to my sources and credibility chart, and I need to put the complete citation here. So I go back here. Remember, for World Book, to get to the citation tool, you're going to come up to this gear and click, and then you're going to click citation. And it brings up the citations. We are using the MLA citation. So you start underneath where it says MLA, and you highlight all of that. And then you're going to Control C to copy. You go back to your notebook, you click in the box, and you Control V, and it will paste that citation there for you. Now I can use this article on England over and over and over again. I can use it today, I can use it tomorrow, I can use it in a week. If I'm pulling information from that article, I don't need to cite it again because I've already cited it once. So now I could come back up to questions and notes. I could come back here to the article, go back to where it says government, and then continue reading through and taking note. So like here it says it's both a parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy. So parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy. Okay, enter, continue taking notes. I also noticed that this word is spelled wrong. OneNote will help you with your spelling. If it's spelled wrong, you can always right click on it, and then it will give you some options as to what the spelling might be. If it's spelled way wrong, you may not have any options, and you might need to open a new tab and Google the word and see if you can find the correct spelling. Okay, so that's how I use databases to take notes. I want to remind you where the citation tool is in all the databases. So again, that World Book one is up here in the corner where my mouse is dancing around, the upper right hand corner where the settings gear is. If I go to Gale and I look for an article on England, here's one on the United Kingdom. So I'm going to go to that. The citation tool is up here. So right here where you see cite, that's where my citation tool is, right where you see it's pointing to. So if I click on that, this is what I get. Your drop-down menu, you need to make sure it says MLA, and then you highlight, Control C, go to your notebook, sources credibility chart, click in the box, Control V to paste. And then your other one that you can use on Nebraska Access. Remember, when you go here, you go to log in. If you're at home, at this point, you probably need to put in a password. Scroll down, Explora for primary schools. Search for your topic. Choose an article that you think will work. And if it has information, remember, you don't cite it unless it has information that you write down in your notes. You have to cite it. So the citation tool is over here on the side in between save and export. When you click on it, you have to scroll down, find the MLA citation, start right under works cited, highlight, Control C, go to your notebook, click in the box, Control V. Again, you only cite a source if you get information from that source. Okay, I think that pretty much covers what we talked about in class. Remember to use ABC Lou so that you can avoid plagiarism. Also, you can't just change one or two words in a whole paragraph. You have to completely change it. If you need to review ABC Lou, go back and look at the note-taking video. Otherwise, get those bullet points down, and we'll get them checked over and make sure you guys are on the right track. Good luck.